Hey everyone, it is Brian Kaz here, joined by my friend and business partner, Sean Casey. If you can hear my voice and see my screen, which is just like a PowerPoint white screen with black text on it, just say a quick yes in the chat box, just so I make sure I'm not basically talking to myself here, which is always a good thing. All right. All right, lots of yeses. All right, so that's always a plus there. All right, good, good. So, exciting call for you guys right here. We'll be basically talking about the last easy way left for the regular guy to kind of get rich online, or also kind of why a lot of people fail and why only a handful tend to do well. So I think this will open up a lot of eyes. It might go against some of the stuff that you maybe have heard in the past or some of the stuff that you've been doing. But the good news is there's easy ways of fixing all that. So pretty fun stuff here, and I'll kind of show off some of what we do and what stuff looks like and what kind of like a behind the scenes looks like and why some businesses fail. So without further ado, I'll look at the show on the road. Once again, my name is Brian Kaz, and I'm also joined by my friend and business partner, Sean Casey. And this call is about the last easy way left for the regular guy to get rich on the internet. So before I share the details with you, there's a couple things that I have to confess first. First, as many of you probably know, or will soon find out, I am not a professional speaker, so you might have to bear with me a bit on that. Second is I've never held an actual job. In fact, the closest thing I ever had to that was working for part pay and part credit while I was in college for a psychology lab, basically doing research on psychopathy. And here's a hint. There's probably at least a few of you listening in on this call right now. But don't worry about that. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're like a serial killer or anything like that. But yeah, interesting fact. There's definitely probably a handful of you listening on this call statistically right now. But that obviously is nothing that I wanted to do long term or anything like that. So I kind of changed, and while I was in college, continued to kind of explore and dabble around with the internet, and you'll see why and what I've basically done since then. But first, I have a question, and that's basically true or false, and you can answer in the chat box. The question is, you can get rich online selling only low-end digital products. So if you think that's true, type a yes. If no, type a no. The answer is false. You can make some money, but if you're, selling only a $5 to like a $20 products or so, it's hard to make a lot of money. Like, 100,000 a year or more, it's very hard to break that if the only thing you're selling is like a $5 to a $20 product. Is it possible? Very, 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 very rarely, like maybe like 0.001% of the time, you might find someone that's like the exception to the rule there. But 99.999% of the time, that is false, and you simply can't get rich selling super cheap stuff. And most importantly, your potential is severely limited. So the next question, you guys can feel free to answer in the chat box here as well, is what's the easiest way to make $1,000? Let's see what you guys say here. All right, I'm seeing lots of different guesses. Sell a lot of stuff is some. Sell $1,000 worth of stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Okay, it looks like there's a couple of you that are actually getting fairly close right here. And that sell something worth $1,000 or more. Better yet, get a lead and hand it to someone else to make the sale and pay you $1,000. So here's some simple math. If you want to make $10,000 a month, which is $120,000 a year, then you could sell 1,000 products at basically $10 a piece, which would be basically $10,000, and that's each and every month. Or you could sell 100 products a month at $100 a piece, which would also be $10,000. Or you could sell 10 products at $1,000 a piece, which is also $10,000. That's actually less than a sale a day at that last model. In fact, that's about a sale every 3 days right there. So next question, basically a true or false. Making $1,000 sale is difficult, yes or no? All right, see, a lot of you are thinking that the right answer is no, but a lot of you are saying from experience, yes, it's difficult. And true and false there, but it could be. So it certainly can be difficult at times to sell $1,000 sale, but it's not difficult to make $1,000 or higher per sale if you deliver more value than what you're charging. And that's the key. It's hard to make, or it's hard to sell something for $1,000 if the value isn't there. Can it be done? Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's some really good sales guys that can pull that off, but it's pretty difficult. Like if I went door to door and sold a box of candy for $1,000, I'd probably have a very, very difficult time. Whereas if I went door to door and basically were to sell a sports car brand new for $1,000, everyone would take me up on that, I'm sure. Not that you want to do that here or anything like that, but the point is, it doesn't have to be difficult as long as what you're selling has more value than what you're charging. So here's another true or false question. You have to be an expert to make $1,000 sale. All right, what do you guys think on that? True or false? All right, I'm seeing a lot of mixed responses here. I'm seeing some saying it helps, some saying, yeah, you have to be an expert, some saying no. The answer is no, you don't have to be an expert, but someone involved has to be an expert. And that's because, obviously, if you're selling something that has value, it has value either because the product itself has a lot of value or a service, someone has an expert to help fix their issue. So something along the way, something has to be good or someone has to be an expert there. So here's what you'll discover on the call today. Today, I'll show you how to get paid $1,000, $2,000, or even up to $24,000 per year per sale without being an expert, or even being really good, or even having anything to sell yourself, or without having to sell anything yourself. So you don't have to be a sales guy, you don't have to jump on a phone, don't have to reach out to random cold leads or anything like that. In fact, I'll show you how you can easily do it simply by giving stuff away, and how by giving stuff away you can make a fortune. And that's absolutely true. You can give stuff away and get paid $1,000, $2,000, or even as much as up to basically $24,000 per year per person just by giving stuff away. So I know a lot of you are probably like, well, how can you get paid a lot of money giving stuff away? I'll show you kind of behind the scenes in just a bit of what we do and why that makes sense. But going back to who am I anyway? So I know a lot of you probably know who I am. There's a lot of new people here that probably don't know as much, but my name is Brian Kaz. And as I said, my partner's name on this call is Sean Casey. And over the last 16 years, between my partners and I, we've sold over a combined $100 million in online sales to over 500,000 customers in well over 140 countries. Pretty much probably, I think almost every country out there, we probably have at least a handful of sales in. And that's all while working from home from outside of Madison, Wisconsin. So my partner Sean is in the Atlanta area, whereas I'm in the Madison, Wisconsin area, and both of us work completely from home. And I started playing around with the internet while I was still in college. And I actually got it working so well that by the time I was done, there was no need for me to basically go on and get a normal job after college or anything like that. Since then, I've started several 6- and 7-figure businesses in a variety of markets. In fact, one of our businesses is currently valued at over $10 million, and we think it might be on its way to potentially doubling that soon. I'm also a 9-time best-selling author on various marketing and business books. and I've helped thousands of people around the globe generate more traffic and leads for their businesses. Here's just one example of a business that I built from these methods that right here you can see actually did over $2.9 million in sales in 8 months. And that's actually $2.9 million physically processed in 8 months' time. So it's not projected sales or anything like that. I know oftentimes people shared numbers of what they call like projected launches and stuff, or where they're like, hey, if I get 100 people that sign up for $100 a month, if they all stay for like 30 years, that's like $1 million+ launch, blah blah. That's fake math. That's not real numbers. This is physically processed $2.9 million in 8 months in just one of the businesses. And another business I cloned with that exact same model did another $1 million in sales in another niche in just several months' time. Another completely unrelated business in the survival niche, we actually took from about $6,000 a month to over $500,000 per month. So as I said, I'm in a variety of markets, not just internet marketing and stuff like that. So we're in a variety of markets, and the stuff that we basically teach here, works in all those. So on a completely unrelated survival niche, applying what we basically do here, we basically took business from 6,000 a month to over $500,000 a month. And I think in the first like few months or so, we went from like 6,000 a month to over 100,000. Then after like 6 months, I think we went to over 200,000. Then over a quarter, of a mil per month, then over a third of a mil. And by like, I think maybe a year and a half or so later, it was over $500,000 a month right there. So, and it's again all applying what we basically talked about right here. Now, realistically, I know none of you really care about me and what I've done, and instead you care about what I can do for basically others like you, right? Of course. That's why I shared with you those previous case studies, and I'll share some more later as well, but it's why I'm going to be getting on to the nitty-gritty. So our products. My team and I basically make and sell a lot of different software and training and services and such that help entrepreneurs to start as well as grow and manage their businesses. We are the leading firm for development with software in the internet marketing space, with several software programs currently pending, and some have actually received actual patents. So we're pretty big in that area and have a lot of stuff. So during the last 16 years that I've been basically helping internet entrepreneurs to develop their business, I've seen many of them succeed beyond their wildest dreams. In fact, many have become millionaires and multi-millionaires along the way. In fact, it's amazing to think that there's actual guys that I know that if you look back a decade ago, were literally like having a tough time getting money together for like, even lunch or just basic living. And now a lot of them are doing really, really, really well, which you'd never dream at the time. But having said that, I've also seen a lot of people fail miserably. Some of them fail because they don't do anything, no matter how much information or tools and training they get. And obviously, if you do nothing, you get nothing. So, I mean, that's expected, that's all fine. But what about those that actually do stuff, that don't just sit there? Well, many other people fail despite them basically trying really hard to make a go of this online marketing thing. They don't fail because they're lazy or stupid or anything else that's really their fault. They fail because the entire system, as they've learned it, and the market leaders continue to teach them, is rigged against them. And yes, you might think that's not quite fair, and you're right, that is completely unfair. Now, to get more insight into this situation, we recently surveyed thousands of people who had started an online business, and the results were shocking. It actually, when I talked this over with Sean, we thought that some of the results and responses would be a lot different, but we were shocked at what we heard. So 57% of the people surveyed considered themselves to have significant skills in online marketing. They rated themselves as either intermediate or advanced. So 57%. Then we ask them how much money they made on average per month. 83% reported they made less than $100 per month. So how could you have the skills to be considered intermediate or advanced, yet make less than $100 per month? Well, the truth is you can't. They made the grievous error of thinking that just because they bought an ebook or a video course, that made them good at something. But it doesn't make them good at anything, because first you have to apply the knowledge by taking action. So you can read a book on almost anything, but it doesn't mean you're an expert until you can actually apply it. And next, you measure your skill level by the success you actually attain. So in business, typically you measure success by the money you make. The truth is that for these people and for you, the chance of success is very small, unless they're already successful. Again, it's not their fault, and it's certainly not your fault either. Unless you already have the experience, income list, and network of contacts from being successful, your odds of making big money quickly, of building a highly profitable, sustainable business fast, really suck. So how do you overcome those, incredible odds against you when, again, the whole game is rigged against you? So how do you overcome those huge odds when the whole game is rigged against you? Well, the answer is change the way you play the game. You can't change the rules of the marketplace, but you can change the way you play the game. My advice as someone who has done this is to cheat. That's right. The answer is don't fall into the trap of playing a rigged game. If you already started, stop right now. You want to quit, get out. You want to change the game. Looking back over 16 years of helping people succeed online, I discovered some basic, very common elements of the people who made the most of the money the fastest. Here's the most important one. They didn't do it alone. They got help from someone who was already successful. Yes, we all want to succeed and stand out on our own 2 feet, but we don't have to figure out everything on our own, because that's virtually impossible these days. Here's just a little proof of this, a completely unsolicited email that we received. Here's a guy, Robert Smith, that said, both of you, just wanted to drop you a note to tell you that I just signed my first $1 million deal from a single client. It would not have been possible without applying what you taught me about lead generation. Best, Robert Smith. So that's right, Robert got $1 million deal from one lead by following our advice and actually putting it into action. The shortcut that Robert used to become successful is that they didn't do it alone. So he followed advice, followed lessons and stuff, and didn't try to start from scratch. They didn't do it alone right there. And this is the exact opposite of what basically common wisdom is. And most of the internet, wisdom out there basically tells you to do. But if the common wisdom was right, everyone would be making millions of dollars. What you've been told traditionally are the best ways to make money online are either to create, your own product or earn commissions as an affiliate. Here's why both those options and many others might be just plain wrong for you. So here's the common online business models. Model number one is to create and launch your own product. And I'll go into a bit more detail about each of these in just a minute. Model number two right here is affiliate marketing, where you get paid a cut for basically referring sales to another product. And model number three is product licensing. This is where you pay to license a product that you sell. So we'll basically go through each of these one by one here. So with model number one, with your own product. Personally, I love making products and launching them because I've made millions of dollars that way. Here are the numbers from a promo that we did a ways back, where we had over 4,000 units sold for close to about a third of $1 million in sales in just over a week. So not too bad right there. So, but the truth is that most new product releases and launches flop. So even though I love that because we've made a lot of money there, the truth is that it's not like anyone out there can just make a new product, make a lot of money, because again, most of the new ones flop. Why? Well, first you have to come up with great ideas for basically products that people want to buy. In particular, prospects are looking for basically products from someone who's an expert. Then you have to create the product or pay someone to do it, make the sales letter and the sales video and such, or again, you can pay to have that done. And then you have to integrate all the technical stuff, or of course pay, and then get lots of affiliates to promote. So let's say you hire someone to create an info product. You can do that for usually about $400 to $800 and get something pretty good. Not revolutionary or completely unique, but pretty good. For like the really top stuff, you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars there. But again, that's the easy part. The hard part is the sales process. First, you need a script for a sales video. Then you must record and produce an excellent video. That's going to cost you a lot of money if you want to get it done well. For example, the video that made all those sales basically cost us $1.5 grand just for the video editing and production. We wrote the script. My partners recorded the video in their video recording studio, and just the editing and production alone was $1.5 grand. And that's, again, if it was to be a video from scratch, you'd be talking thousands of dollars more. And I thought the price we actually got there was quite actually cheap compared to what I know a lot of others pay. But here's the scary part. After you invest all that time and money, there's absolutely no guarantee that the sales page will convert visitors into buyers. If it doesn't, and for most first timers, it doesn't, then you have to start all over again. But let's say that you beat the odds and you're the lucky person that basically makes a great product and has a high converting sales process the first go around. That doesn't necessarily mean that anyone will promote your product, even if it sells really well and your sales page is really awesome and your product's really awesome and it converts really well. It doesn't mean that you'll necessarily get a lot of people promoting it or that you'll get a lot of traffic there. The competition is brutal because you're competing against already established people with years of experience, proven success rates, and extensive networks. So here's your launch competition for just one day. So here's a random day that we had a screenshot of right here. And you see right here, literally just in a single day, tons of people launching products just on one site right here. And the competition, again, super fierce. And that's just on one site for just one launch. So even with that competition, here's the results of one of our smaller products. So you see right here, we're the #1 product at the time of the screenshot right here when we launched essentially our Timer Magic software right there. So even with the competition, we got to the top spot. But for a normal person to jump in and do that, it's not easy to do. Like I told you, it's not a fair fight. Even if you make a great product with a great sales page, you might only make a few sales and actually lose a lot of money. But the chances are that you won't have, basically a great sales page or a great start or great results from the first few tries. So, is it possible? Sure, but again, it's very rare that it actually happens like that. So, you really typically don't get great results, the first few times right there. And it's something that I think is like a wake-up call to a lot of people, and a lot of people basically crash and burn hard because of that. And by the way, what a lot of people also forget is that you can't just make one single product for your launch. You need usually at least 4 products and sales pages, so you have entire sales funnels and such before you even launch. So you could easily have $40,000 to $50,000 invested before making a single sale. And that would actually cost a lot more to actually do a really, really good job. So it can be really expensive. And again, that's just for a single launch to just basically try it right off the get-go. You need at least 4 products at various price points because you must have a complete sales funnel or you and the affiliates won't make any money. So if you're not already successful at launching products, it's very tough to break in and compete with the people who are. So there's got to be a better way, right? Well, that leads us to model number 2. So a lot of people say, okay, well, the product stuff has like a lot of risks and stuff, and then they see a lot of people say, oh, affiliate marketing is the way to go. Well, affiliate marketing is one of the simplest and easiest ways for people to start making money online. As an affiliate, you basically get paid a commission for sending customers to other companies. That means a lot of the hard stuff like creating products and sales pages is already done. Unfortunately, because these companies are doing the hard part, you only get paid a small percentage of the money that they actually make. Now, I do love affiliate marketing because we've made millions of dollars as an affiliate. We've actually won some huge prizes as the top promoter in many launch contests. In fact, my partner Sean once even won a Ferrari. This is basically a picture of him in front of his house with his car that he won as a top affiliate. But not to be jealous or anything of that, I actually once won myself a lease on a huge Hummer. It was actually a lease on a limo Hummer, but it was like completely unpractical, and I just basically took the money option instead because I think neither of us are really big fans of either types of those cars, but it was neat that we actually won it. So with model number 2, which again is the affiliate marketing, what affiliates make is usually like the tip of the iceberg. So what you see at the very, very top, whereas what the product owners make usually is in the back end or what everything is below the iceberg tip right there. So there's a lot more money below the tip of the iceberg. But besides earning less money, affiliate marketers miss out on 2 vitally important things that mean they're even worse off than they think. Bad for you, number 1, is the company gets all the leads that you refer basically added to their email list. You get none. They make a lot of money from that email list. You don't make a dime. Bad thing for you, number 2, the company gets to build a list of buyers. Buyers are better than regular people because they are going to spend a lot more money. But if you don't get any, of that money, you feel a little screwed. So you want to use affiliate marketing to supplement your business, but you absolutely need to build your own email list of prospects and build your own buyers list as well. So you want to at least build an email list. If you don't, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. But affiliate marketing is really awesome to supplement a business, but not always the best, especially long term by itself. So there's got to be a better way, right? Well, it basically brings us to model number 3, which is product licensing. You can buy the rights to a product and oftentimes the sales materials. Then you can sell it yourself and collect the money, buyers, leads, and so forth. This sounds great and can be, but great products with great sales materials are really expensive because once they've been basically proven to sell, these licenses are worth a fortune. Why are they worth a fortune? To create a single product with the sales video and sales page could cost up to $10,000 or more. So for 4 products in a sales funnel, you could invest $40,000 or more, and that's oftentimes just on the low end. But even after investing $40,000, there's no guarantee that the sales page will get any interest or that it will convert visitors into sales at a decent rate. So you have to spend more money to make improvements and spend more money to test again and again. But what if you had a product with a sales page that was already proven to convert really well? All someone would need to do is send visitors to the sales page, and they're guaranteed to make sales. How much is that worth? Well, to know what with absolute certainty that you are buying something that's guaranteed to make you a ton of money, and if you could buy an entire sales funnel that has multiple products finely tuned for basically epic sales conversion, what is that worth? Well, a few years ago, my partner sold a sales funnel that had already made millions of dollars. A smart guy bought that sales funnel for exactly $1 million and then made his own fortune with it. So product licensing is a good option when you find products that are proven to sell, but it's obviously not a cheap option because no one is going to sell a great product with a proven sales process for a low price. Like, if there's a guy selling you an entire funnel and rights for like $7, it's a joke. I've even seen some where it's like, hey, I'll give you like 1,000 books and sales pages for like $5, and you have the rights to, resell it. That's a joke because there's no way any of those probably sell even remotely even okay. And or are probably even good, they're probably not even good, products to start with. But because the ones that are proven are worth a lot. So think about this. If you really had a sales page that could basically turn $1 of promos into $2 of sales, would you sell it for basically cheap, like $10? No, of course not. Because having a sales page like that is like having a license to print money. All you need to do is get people to visit the website and those basically people to turn into money in your pockets. Now, there's one more big problem, even with that. Selling to new or cold traffic isn't easy, even with a proven sales offer. So even if you license it, just like with all of these examples, there's still an issue, there's still a hurdle you have to overcome. Because even with a proven sales offer, it's not always easy to get basically traffic to buy, as no one likes to be sold to. So it's hard, especially for a newcomer, to get eyeballs on these offers. So here's a big myth that you've probably heard a lot of other marketers say. Some say just give away a free report and you'll get lots of traffic to your offers. But that rarely works well. Oh, it looks like I just got a red sign saying that the audio dropped for a second, but hopefully you guys can hear me all fine. Looks like it now. But as I was saying, the myth was a lot of people say that, hey, just give away a free report and you'll get a lot of traffic. But again, that rarely works well. And I'm sure a lot of you have probably found that out. If you throw up an opt-in page with a basic free report, oftentimes it's really hard to get a lot of takers. I mean, you still have to send the traffic there, but it's still hard to get people to get excited about that. But here's what does work well. So let me see what you guys think. So would you rather have a free report or free software? What would you guys rather have? What would you guys be more likely to opt in for? All right, pretty much almost everyone here is saying software, software, software. I think like 99% of the responses are software here. And that's right. People tend to value software a lot more, especially when it's free. It's like, wow, it's like a pretty cool, awesome offer. It's kind of like the difference of, if someone says, hey, get like a free report if you sign up here, or free this or that, people are like, yeah, everyone has that these days, not terribly exciting. They feel like they'll be sold to, and they're kind of hesitant. Where if you say free software, they're like, oh, cool, awesome, I could use that. And they jump on it without even thinking about anything else. So here's what our offers look like, especially on the free software side. And we have a couple different offers that I want to show off here. So I'm just going to pause the screen for a second. All right. So here's one of the things that we do right here. So I'm just gonna pull up my browser. All right, good. All right, so here's my screen here. And one of the things that we do is we actually give out free software. And there's a couple different software tools that we do this on, and there's different clever ways of why we do each one. So here's one, and I'll show off this first, followed by a second one. So this one right here is basically funnel maker and analyzer and basically planning software that helps people kind of like plan out either their existing business or a new one or like a current one. They can make like an imaginary funnel and adjust stuff, and I'll show off what it looks like in a second, but it is completely free to do so. So if someone goes to a page like this, they're like, oh, free software. They can make their free account right here, so they make their email and password and all that. It's a pretty compelling offer. You get a lot more people to sign up versus if I said, a free report. Yeah, I could make a good one. I could even, especially if I had a lot of credibility or people know me, sure, I could get, a chunk to sign up for a free report. But for software, they don't even care about you. I mean, I could be like a no-name guy that they've never heard of with no prior experience. And if there's free software that is relevant to a market that they're in, they'd be like, oh, awesome, no one cares about you. Whereas if it's a free report, they're like, well, is it worthwhile to even look at, even if it's free? Does this guy know much? Is he qualified? They start to question it a bit more. Can it work? Sure. Sometimes, especially if it's like an appealing offer, but software will I say almost always, but I think like I've never seen a time where it didn't do better. So, I can safely say software will always can convert far better than a report. I've never seen a case where software did like less than just a free report would. And oftentimes it's drastically different. Like instead of like, a fifth of people opting in, you'll get like, close to half of them opting in for the free software. But here's what the funnel looks like. So you don't want to stop there. You want to get them to like get hooked and jump on your free offer right here and have it be legitimately awesome software that they'd find useful. You don't want to have it be like a bait and switch, like, oh, the software sucks, or you have to pay to use the software. So once they sign up right here, they go through a funnel that looks kind of like this. So they'll see like an upsell where they can buy basically a really good book of ours for $7. So a pretty compelling offer. If we know that they're looking to plan and analyze their business, we know, hey, they're probably interested in 50 marketing tips and tricks that has been learned over 100 million in sales over basically 20 years. So for $7, that seems like a pretty awesome deal, and it gets some, it's a lot of like no-brainer sales. But after that, so you don't just want to have like a $7 offer or so. After that, you want to start to show some like higher end offers or some like we're big fans of basically trials and such. So after that, we have an upsell into it's essentially a trial into a $47 and $67 per month offer. So there's reoccurring right there, and it's free. So again, it gets a lot of people to basically jump on it. And if they turn down that, there's another offer, which is for also a trial. This time so this first one's if they're interested in social media, we have like a social media poster and stuff there to basically manage that. If they turn that down, we'll see if they're interested in Facebook ads, because again, these are all basically business people, or they're interested in like a business, and they can get a free trial into some Facebook ads software, and that can earn. It's a free trial to jump into, but that can be anywhere from $97 a month up to thousands of dollars a month per person right there. And after all that, basically go almost to like a thank you page, but it shows like one last like, hey, do you want to see how to get like lots of free traffic? We have a webinar on that where they could say, hey, if they signed up for all this other stuff, they might be interested in watching a webinar on that. Obviously, it takes longer to watch through all that, which is why we don't force them to watch through it right now. But that we have an offer there where that's about $1,000 per year right there for some software. But there's a lot of awesome, essentially training and stuff right there that they can take advantage of. And that all starts again with a simple offer right there. So it ranges from, hey, free, but it has $7 offers, has some free trials into stuff that can be, it can range from, like about 40 to 70 a month. There's some other trials that are from, like 100 to, several thousand a month right there to, 1,000 a year, on the back end. So there's lots of additional offers right there, and that can work incredibly well. And, we also, you also can do kind of like the flip side of that. And you certainly, there's a lot of people that just give like a book away and stuff like that. And again, that can work, but you get a lot more anytime you give software away. And I want to show kind of what, that software actually looks like and what it can actually do. I'll share that in a second here. I'll just pull up the software. Just need to refresh the page because I might need to relog back in. That looks like I'm good. All right. And the software just looks like this right here. So this is actually really, really good software. I actually use this a lot, and it's like really fun. And again, it's free. There's like just a quick walkthrough right here. And basically people can build their own funnels and kind of map it and plan stuff out. So they can build like new front end offers here, and upsells and downsells and all that stuff right there. So really easy stuff to use. They can also see like a template of other kinds of offers and stuff. So if they want to see what like a low front end price info product might look like, they can basically click that, and they see a model right here. And you see, hey, if you got all that traffic for free, this is what that would look like right here. If it was like, let's say you had to pay $1 a click, the profit basically cuts down a lot to only 5,000 profit right there. But you see what, like right here, it has like a front end, which in this case is like an ebook on how to teach like a husky to talk. So if it was $7 and you got like 7% to buy, this is what that would basically look like with that. And you could change it around, like say, hey, what happens if instead of 7%, I get it to basically 8% or whatever happens with that. And you see like, oh, it looks like, it basically jumps up a couple grand. What happens if, it's only 5%? Well, it jumps down a decent amount. So again, you can like play around with all that stuff right there. You can also add like upsells and downsells. Like you just add it, like if you want to add another upsell, you can add those in right here. You can add, essentially downsells to any of the products you have up there. You can also change them around right here. Like here's an OTO right here. You see it's like a $27 product right there. And, you can kind of see what they would basically look like. You can also see like, if like, let's say you have like a coaching offer, like let's say you sell super high-end, basically coaching, you could click this right here, and you can see a pre-made offer of what something might look like, which might be like a free offer, into like a video or like a webinar, into like a free consultation call, into a coaching offer. You can kind of see what that would look like right there. If you pay for basically ads on Facebook, you could add what you think your Facebook cost would be or your ad cost, and it kind of gives you a rough idea of what stuff would look like right there. And again, you can start from basically scratch. One of the offers that that I think is really, really good one, because we have like we sell like a lot of like basically traffic and SEO software like Fire. One of the things that you can sell inside of that is basically a schema, which is it's a way to make sites look really nice on Google. Like if someone searches from a mobile phone, they could have like a click to a call or click to see a menu, and basically take up a lot more space. So this is like an offer like that, where there could be like a video where they could learn what a schema is. Then you could have an offer to make a schema. Then you could have a backend OTO or like another upsell, into basically monthly SEO stuff or social media management. And you can kind of see a breakdown of what that would look like. In that case, a lot of that would be per month right there. So even if we were to say it's, hey, basically $1 a click, you can see a breakdown of what that would look like. So it's really neat to kind of play around with this and say, hey, what happens if I add another upsell? What happens if I, do a little work on a sales page and go from 1% conversions to 2%? What happens if I add a downsell? What happens if I get the back end value of those leads? If I start to market more to those leads? What happens if I make a bit more off those? So you can kind of see pretty easily. And again, super easy. You can add any upsell you want from scratch. You can add any downsells you want. Click to change any of these. Super, super easy. And you can even start from scratch. So again, very easy stuff and really good software. So people that sign up for free get a really good value. They walk away happy. They think you're like a very legit guy because like, man, this is awesome software, really easy training, and anyone can learn this in a matter of minutes. And it works very well. And there's a series of upsells that they see right there from day one. But you don't stop there. So even if they don't buy anything on day one, even if they turn down all those upsells, they're still on a list that gets mailed with additional offers, all relevant to what they signed up for. So they might not buy now, but maybe a week from now, they sign up for like $1,000 offer, or they sign up for a trial, a free trial into like $100 a month offer or something along those lines right there. So over time, there's multiple opportunities where they can buy into stuff that all starts by giving away free software. But we don't just stop there. In fact, we have another software offer that is kind of what I call like kind of like behind the scenes or like a sneaky way to give out software without having to even have them opt in. So there's sometimes like some Facebook groups and forums where you don't necessarily want to give an opt-in page away. Now, if you're giving out free software and it looks like it's making an account, you can usually get away with that just fine because people understand that, yeah, you have to make an account, you have to give an email and a password to make an account. That makes sense. But we have another free software tool that works really well with a little bit of a different funnel. So what this is, you basically send essentially traffic to a business analysis tool, and it will analyze their business or what they want to start for them. So it can ask tons and tons and tons of different questions based upon the answers that they give. So right here, it starts out saying, hey, do you have an existing business? Yes or no. So again, this looks like a survey, doesn't have an opt-in or anything. And if you were to, let's say, if we were to mention this on the Facebook page or a forum, no one would think it's like us trying to steal email leads or anything like that because it's just a survey in their eyes, but it can make a lot of money, and here's how. So someone goes here, they start to answer it. They're like, oh yeah, sure, I have an existing business. Let's say we're like an AC repair place. They'd say, hey, I'm like an offline business, sell mostly to consumers. Do they have a website? Yes. Do you feel like you get enough leads and traffic? Most people say no. Have you ever run paid ads on Facebook? Let's say this guy says no. How much traffic do you get per month? Let's say he says 500 hits a month. What's your average conversion rate on that site? Let's say he says 5%. What's the average price point of the product you sell? Let's say it's like he's an AC repair place, so let's say 250. I'm just making this stuff up as I go along, pretending to basically be him. What's the highest price point product you have? Let's say like 5,000 if it has to like replace the AC unit. It just goes on and on and on with like a bunch of other questions. But in the end, it gives a customized response like this right here. It also gives them at the top extra free software that they can get as well. So they can take the survey, get free software, and get a free analysis. It gives this right here where it breaks it down at the end and gives them like a customized response to them. So it says, hey, as a whole, not including upsells, it looks like you're basically making over $6,000 a month. But we feel you're leaving a lot of money on the table. By increasing your upsells, we estimate that you can make an additional $5,000 per month. And this is a customized basically number to the numbers that they gave. So this is all basically customized to them. By increasing your traffic, just 1,000 more visitors a month would mean that they could make an additional $27,500. And if they were to basically target their higher end prospects more, instead of just the low end ones, it estimates that they leave about $50,000 on the table by not going after the higher end ones. So that gets like a lot of people are like, oh wow, that's a lot of money. I want to pay attention to what they're saying right here. And it gives a lot of basically customized tips along the way each year, are based upon the answers that they gave. So right here, if they like don't rank well and stuff, it talks a bit about like how they want to rank well, how they would want something called like a schema, talks and explains that really, really well. So everyone's like, oh man, that looks really nice. I want this. Thanks for the awesome tip here. And then if you want more info, they just click here to get more info each time. And each of those is actually an offer of ours. So some are just like free resources and stuff. Some don't have a click here because it's just like a tip. Some have like free resources. Some are like it's essentially a paid option. So it looks like a legit way to help them, but there's a lot of paid options mixed in right there. There's a lot of trials mixed in and stuff like that. And the responses that they see are, again, based upon the answers that they give. And the responses change based upon what they say. So it's not like everyone sees the same response. So if we see right here that they don't have a lot of upsells, it just encourages them to have more upsells and basically talks about how much more they should make. So there's not anything to basically buy here. It's just essentially an extra tip. Talks about like a bunch of tips. There's some extra, essentially offers and training and stuff all basically built in. So behind the scenes, we can make a lot of extra money by them following our advice and tips and saying, oh, I guess that would make sense that I'd want to do this or do that. And oh yeah, I'd want some more information on how to have a schema or how to look like this right here. Yeah, sure. And they'd click to get more info on that. And then we make a lot of money on the back end. Even off like the free trials and stuff, we can make anywhere from just a single purchase, anywhere from like a few bucks up to thousands of dollars a month. The average one is probably like around like 1,000 a year or so, but some can be even thousands a month right there. So that's how our software funnels can work really well. This is one that, again, you can give away for free without even having to send them to an opt-in page first, which gives you the advantage of being like almost super sneaky. Where this one right here sends them straight to an opt-in page where it makes the software account for them and has a really awesome, appealing software that guys want to sign up for. But again, in the back end, all of it makes us a lot of money. So that's kind of what we do and why that stuff can work really well for us. So I'm just going to switch back to the PowerPoint screen to explain a bit more here. All right, so that's kind of what some of our free software offers look like and how we monetize them. So in one, we give the software away on like an opt-in page, but they see like an instant funnel where they can buy stuff on day one, but we also get paid more on the back end as we mail more offers to them and stuff like that. And the second offer, it basically can bypass an opt-in page and go straight to another tool that will analyze their business, and we make money based upon the recommendations that it gives them. So in either case, we can make money on the back end. So will you succeed or fail? So we basically looked at three primary models most commonly used by basically people who want to make money online, which was make their own product, do affiliate marketing, or product licensing. And the difference in giving software versus a report away. So what have we learned? Well, with model number one, which is the product owner one, the product owners make the most money when they're successful, but 99% of them fail to sell much or even to create a good product. With model number two, which is affiliate marketing, affiliate marketers can make good money, but their potential is always limited because the product owners get all the email leads and buyer leads and all the back end money, which is why product owners want you to be affiliates for them. With model number three, which is licensing, basically people who license products can do well, but there's a massive investment, at least $10,000 or more, just for the rights to a single product and sales page that's been fully tested and proven to convert visitors into cash. And that's usually $10,000 just for the rights where tons of other people get rights. For unique rights, as you know, when Sean sold one, it was $1 million. So again, it can get really expensive. So how do you overcome all those odds with the game rigged against you and virtually guarantee you'll succeed, other than spending $100,000 or more in a couple years of basically trying to make it work? Well, the answer is I've discovered the answer, so please pay close attention while I share the details with you. This will make all the difference between your success and failure in an online business. As we discussed earlier, you obviously can't do this alone if you want to succeed basically quickly. So that shortcut number one is, again, you don't want to do it all alone and from scratch. But there's a second shortcut you can actually take that will really help you out here. So if you had the choice between making $5 per sale or $1,000 per sale, which would you basically choose? All right, I see a lot of you are answering right now. Obviously, most of you are saying 1,000. So again, would you choose $5 per sale or 1,000? And again, I see even more saying 1,000. Well, trick question, because there's another option. Or would you choose both? Obviously now, both is the correct answer, because a solid, highly profitable business model involves selling products at multiple price points from low to high. You want to sell multiple products at varying price points so you can attract lots of buyers with the lower price ones. Then you can sell the higher price products at 1,000 or more to some of those buyers. This back end is where you make the huge profits that are normally only available to the product owner. That's why it's a lot easier for them to make $100,000 per year or more than an affiliate. So let's design what you would build if you could have the perfect sales system for big profits, if you had all the money and expertise to pull it off. To get some ideas, let's look at one of the most successful marketers in the world. It's basically Tony Robbins right here. So he runs one of the most successful marketing businesses right now in the world, and by basically helping tons and tons of people achieve their dreams, he has basically built an incredible empire. So Forbes magazine reports his annual income is $30 million. But what does this model look like? Well, here's basically Tony's $30 million model. So number one, he starts at the top with a free offer. This can be like him basically talking on Twitter. It can be like speaking engagements. It can be interviews. It can be stuff on TV shows, radio shows, free stuff to get exposure. Then he has low price products for sale after that on the second level. This is usually called like a trip wire. So the first one's a lead magnet. Second one usually is like a trip wire. That might be like a $200 course or like a $15 book or something along those lines right there. But level 3 is like kind of like the core product. That's slightly higher price products for sale. In his case, it could be like $1,000 or like a $2,000 like a seminar, or like even like a $5,000 or $10,000 course, or like a seminar. It's higher price point stuff, but it's the main stuff he tries to push basically people into. And then last but not least is the fourth level, which is kind of like the profit multiplier, or basically the high ticket stuff. This is where you sell the high ticket products with huge profit margins. So he has like a platinum coaching or stuff where it might be like, in his case, like $65,000 or more per sale. And there's not nearly as many people in that as at the opposite end, but a single person at $65,000 is worth a lot of people at $15. So that's how his model works well. So what do you need to, again, make the most money? Well, again, here is your list. You can feel free to write this down. Number one, you want to have a free giveaway to get traffic and turn visitors into leads for your email list. And again, we find that usually stuff like software can help the most there. Second, you want low ticket offers to convert visitors into buyers so you can build a list off that. Then you want a sales funnel with multiple upsell offers, and these offers can range in price from not much to hundreds or even thousands of dollars to, we find that like free trials and stuff mixed in there can help a lot as well. And of course, as I said, you also want reoccurring income, in there as well. So if you can have like a monthly or yearly, reoccurring income, it's great to have some upsells be that in there. Again, we're a fan of basically trials and stuff. You also want multiple high ticket offers. These are ones that are like, $1,000 or more. Then last but not least, you want an automated kind of follow-up series that leads to converting those leads into buyers. So out of all those leads, you want a way to kind of market to those guys to turn even more into buyers. So that's kind of like the system that you'd want right there. So this is a great plan, but how are you going to get all this done in a reasonable, amount of time at an affordable budget without already having the expertise that you need? So how do you overcome all those odds with the game rigged against you and virtually guarantee you'll succeed, other than by spending $100,000 or more in a couple years, basically trying to make it work? Well, the answer is, after years of watching people struggle and fail, I think we've designed an almost perfect program that virtually guarantees your success. But we built a program that is truly a win-win for both of us. When I look at some of our most successful clients, one of the common elements is that we created an awesome, basically cutting edge product and high converting sales system. Obviously, I absolutely can't basically custom build, refine, and basically perfect a sales funnel for each one of you, because that would take a ton of time and also cost an insane amount of money, because that'd probably cost easily 40 to 50,000 for each of you, probably just in the raw cost, where it costs a lot more to basically make anything off that, and it would take months to really do well for each one. So we basically made a business model that you can just plug right into and get started very, very quickly with. This program will give you the best of both models, being a product owner and an affiliate, without having to create anything yourself or to become an expert. As you'll see, my team and I have already done all the hard, very complicated parts. So you'll have a business in which you can earn from $7 to basically $24,000 per year per sale from a done-for-you turnkey system that runs on autopilot. You'll also have the ability to get an email list so you can generate, extra cash on demand as well. So if you want to market your own stuff, that's perfectly fine as well. So would that be of interest to you? All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. So welcome to what we call Biz Fire done for you. So with Biz Fire done for you, along with my partner, Sean Casey, we designed Biz Fire done for you to give you an amazing shortcut straight to being almost instantly in business with world-class products you can promote and be paid well for. Our company has over 40 very high quality pieces of software, services, and training products that help entrepreneurs to generate more traffic, leads, and sales for their businesses. Like most other companies, we can't possibly reach the entire world market all on our own. Our target market of businesses who want to promote online has over 100 million businesses, and more businesses that need our help are started every day. Think about Apple's business model. They make great technology devices, from iPhones to iPads and computers. They have great marketing, and their company-owned retail stores are always busy. They're always packed. I was actually just there the other day. They crush their competition. But do they limit their sales just to their own stores or website? No, they don't. Why not? Because by basically Apple acting as a wholesale supplier, other retailers are happy to make millions of dollars selling Apple's products. By being both a wholesaler and a retailer, Apple makes billions of dollars more. When you join Biz Fire done for you, you'll be sort of in the retailer slot with access to lots of great products to sell with high profit margins. And I say sort of because we're going to give you a lot more sales help and support than Apple would. When you join Biz Fire done for you, you'll get access to multiple funnels, starting with free software that you can give away while making anywhere from $7,000 to basically $24,000 per year per sale on autopilot. What kind of results can you get with a funnel like this? Look at these results from just the first day sales with basically targeted free traffic. So here's one. Results from free traffic promo number 1. So here we had about 3,700 visitors, over 1,600 leads. That's a 44% conversion rate, which is really high. It'd probably be like less than half that if it was just a free report. Day 1 sales, $3,769. Immediate profit, $3,769. But there were reoccurring offers in there. It had 9 at $97 a month, 3 at $49 a month, 3 at $37 a month. That means right there, over $1,100 a month was reoccurring on that. Plus, we had 2 additional sales at about $200 a year each. So right there, $1,100 reoccurring per month, plus $400 reoccurring per year. Again, on the monthly ones, that's over $12,000 per year if they stayed right there. And again, obviously, if some basically drop out, that's fine, because the immediate profit on day 1 already was over $3,700 right there. And on the back end, could literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars each month more right there. Here's results from a free traffic promo number 2. Visitors about 2,500. Email leads close to basically 1,200. Got about a 45% conversion rate, which is really, really, really good. Day 1 sales just shy of $12,000. This one hit it out of the ballpark right here. Day 1 sales over $12,000. Immediate profit close to $12,000. Reoccurring, we had 34 at $97 per month, 8 at $49 a month, 4 at $37 a month. So in total, over $3,800 a month of that is monthly reoccurring. And on top of that, we also had 13 at $200 per month. So that's over $2,500 per year in reoccurring on those. Over $3,800 reoccurring per month on those. That's again, what, like 40-some thousand a year in possible reoccurring right there. And close to 12,000 made up front. That's a huge win. I mean, that promo alone, that's more than like a full-time living for a lot of people just on a single promo on the profits made right there off of free traffic. Now, keep in mind that those results are just from day 1. That's before we follow up by email and make a lot more sales. More importantly, that's before we promote the big ticket products to make $1,000 or more in sales per sale. In other words, the day 1 results are just the beginning. There's a lot more cash to come from that. We more than double the first day results usually from selling the back-end offers. Plus, we make even more money from sending more offers to our general email list and buyer list. So would you like to have your own sales funnel that gets results just like ours does? So you have 2 options. Option 1 is to start building your own funnel, create the products, write and record the sales videos and so forth, do all the programming to integrate the entire sales funnel, or basically pay $40,000 to $50,000 to get it done for you. Then you'll have to start basically testing the funnel to see what works, if anything does, what needs to be improved and so forth. But that's truly the hard, expensive way to go, and pretty much guarantees failure if you have no prior experience at being successful with this. Option number 2 is to take a huge shortcut, and that's to basically get access to our sales funnel and system that's already proven to get huge results for us as well as others. So are you ready to make big commissions simply by basically giving away in-demand front-end products for free? Please pay close attention, because even if you don't want to use our funnels, you'll want the details on the parts that you'll need to do it yourself. Here's what we'll basically give you today when you join the Biz Fire Done For You program. So first, you'll be able to essentially give away one of our either $47 or $297 software products for free. Biz Fire's Funnel Maker and Analyzer is awesome software that helps the users build, analyze, and experiment with their business funnels, whereas the Biz Fire's Business Analyzer survey tool is another awesome tool that asks a person or a business a ton of questions about their basically current or future business, and then it spits out tailored suggestions for them. And with that, if someone said that they don't have a business, it will basically kind of essentially prompt them towards like what their interests are and stuff that they can start, and it will give suggestions on that, which of course you also get paid on that. So even if someone doesn't have a business, it has suggestions and stuff that you can make money on off that. So we've spent literally over basically $20,000 to build and perfect these. Now, we've sold the software successfully before, but then when we basically tested giving it away, and saw what the results were, we saw that it was way better for us to give the software away for free than it was to either sell the software or give it a free report or like a video away. Instead, we saw that the free software model worked insanely well. Conversion rates for leads and sales increased by 40 to 50% over just information, in some cases even a couple times more. So really huge increases there. You'll actually get a license to give away unlimited copies of both of these tools for free to get people to join your email list if you want. Plus, we'll manage, maintain, and support the software, so you just have to give it away. We'll literally give you everything you need, so you'll just have to focus on getting traffic by giving away the software, which again is free. Then it will sell a $7 product where you'll get 100% of the money, and you can build a list at the same time if you want. Your new leads will immediately see a sales page for a high converting $7 best-selling book on marketing tips and tricks learned after $100 million in sales over basically 20 years. We'll even make you an instant co-author of this book and display your name on it, so you can get instant basically credibility and be an instant best-selling co-author as well. And that's a huge bonus that I'll basically talk a bit more on in like a few minutes here. You'll also get the customized funnels and everything you need to give out the software. So when a person buys the book, you get 100% of that. We don't make a penny on that. In fact, we actually lose money because we're still supporting that. And we actually even take like the merchant fee hits and all that, like we basically pay that. So we actually take a hit on that right there. But you can also build a list at the same time if you wish and do whatever you want with it too. So that's completely up to you. But either way, we do all that other stuff for you. We even market to those leads for you. Everything's done and hands-free. It will also sell additional products in your upsell funnel to make immediate sales and set up recurring income. Your buyers will go through a very carefully created series of offers to make you more money right from day one. Your funnels will sell a variety of offers, including free trials with recurring income and high-end software where you can earn anywhere from $400 to basically $24,000 per year in commissions per sale. We'll handle all the processing, all the customer service, all the software support and updates, all the delivery costs, all that we cover. You just get paid. Step number 4 is, we then sell basically products on the back end that basically pay you even more, even monthly or yearly reoccurring commissions. Next, you'll sell a variety of our products on the back end, even if they don't buy immediately, in the funnel. Everyone that basically goes through the funnel will get offers, not only immediately, but on the back end, but also even later. And on top of that, many have the free trials to kind of get them in, because it's a pretty appealing offer, and you make a lot of money off of those as well down the line once they get hooked on those. And you'll be paid commissions each month for life for as long as the customer remains a member. So you're paid on all that stuff for life. It's not just for like 1 month or 1 year. You're paid for as long as they stay. So if they sign up for a free trial, you get paid for everything there. If they sign up for $1,000 per year, then you get paid on all that for life right there. This will set up autopilot affiliate income like this. So one of the lead software tools we sell, if we get 10 sales of that would be worth to you $10,000 per year in commissions. For ad management software, the commissions of 10 sales would be anywhere from $485 to basically $20,000 per month, which is just shy of $6,000 per year, to $240,000 per year in commissions to you. For some SEO software we sell, if you get basically 10 sales of that, it'd be close to $5,000 per year that you'd get paid on. You also automatically get paid on future editions of our products as well. So as new products come out, or as funnels get basically tweaked, you'll get paid on all those, because we do all the work with optimizing all those. So it's not like if in 1 or 2 or 3 years, if there's some newer offers that seem to be working really, really well, we add those in. It's not like you have to pay extra. It's not like, you won't get, paid on those. We want to always make sure that the funnels are optimized and have the latest and greatest products, and we're marketing the latest and greatest products to all those leads, and you get paid on all that, even the new stuff that isn't even out yet. But even as is, here's a partial list of all the things that you get paid on currently even. And again, as we add more in the future, you'll get paid on all those. So for an SEO and traffic tool, you get paid anywhere from about $500 to $1.5 grand per year. For another lead software tool called Domain Lead Pro, you get paid $1,000 per year. For another lead tool called Macro Leads, you get paid about $1,200 to $10,000 or more, and that's on an ongoing basis, so it can actually earn a lot more than that, as basically people buy more leads off that, so you get paid on all those. On a little tool we have called basically Timer Magic, you get $7. If they buy our best-selling co-author book, which will have your name on it, you get all $7 of that. If they buy basically a tool that helps write or research and write unique content, you get paid $1,000 or more on that. And if they sign up for some Facebook ads software of ours, you get paid anywhere from about $50,000 to $2,500 per month per sale. So a lot of money there. If you make just one sale of each product, you could actually make over $15,000, just one sale of each one. A single lead could easily be worth thousands of dollars to you. Since you are free to give out these software tools and collect leads if you want, you can also do whatever you want with those leads on your own as well. Plus, you can send an email blast to your list at any time you want to, with the new leads signing up for your free software. You can send any message anytime to sell anything you want. You can now make money at the push of a button. And again, you don't have to do squat. We do all the marketing and everything for you, but if you want to also build a list, of your own, you can do so. And if you want to send other offers of your own, you certainly can do so outside of us as well, right there. So here's the Biz Fire done for you system recap. Step 1, get free software funnels to give out. Step 2, earn 100% on your own best-selling co-author book. Step 3, make big money on day one funnel sales. Step 4, make big money on our back end. Step 5, make big money on future editions. And step 6, do whatever you want with your own leads and make even more with those. And that's on top of us, again, marketing to leads and stuff and making more. Now, we will give you everything you need. You literally just give out free in-demand software. And again, this is software that some of these things I've seen like inferior software that basically does less, isn't as easy to use. I've seen stuff sell for 67 to hundreds of dollars a piece. You get this stuff for free. That's even better and super easy to use. You can basically just give it out for free. And you not only can build a list from that, but you get paid too on the front end, on the funnel, on the back end, and on the future products as well. This is truly a turnkey system. We built everything for you and hand you the keys. You just add traffic to your site and go. You'll even get a bonus training webinar on the best ways of driving traffic, even under the radar. And again, this is just the example I showed off prior from the free traffic promo right here. Again, day one sales on about 3,700 hits, over 1,600 free leads, over $3,700 made on day one, and over $1,000 per month in reoccurring from day one set up as well. Here's another one right here on basically just 2,500 hits from one free traffic method, which we have actually training on how to get free traffic and stuff too. Day one sales hit it out of the ballpark, close to 12,000 day one sales right there, plus almost $4,000 per month in reoccurring, which is absolutely huge. I mean, again, that one promo alone is like a full-time income right there. And again, we more than double the first day results from selling the back-end offers, plus we make even more money from sending more offers to our email list and buyer list. And there's also like, you know, in the training, we also talk about like a couple things that you can do with paid traffic. So here's some results from some paid traffic promos right here. Here's one with a cost of $35, got 265 essentially clicks, 152 leads, that's 57% conversion rate, day one sales, $236, immediate profit, $201, with 2 reoccurring monthly paying offers on top of that, close to $100 a month. So on a $35 cost, made a profit on day one of over $200, plus close to $100 a month made basically past that. Here's another one on a little, essentially paid promo right here. Cost of $35, 116 clicks, 70 leads for 60% conversion rate. Day one sales of 212. So that means a profit of 177 on day one, plus $100 a month made right there. And that's just on day one off a super cheap paid traffic that we basically cover in the training as well. So your sales funnel looks like this. You have the software to give away, goes to the $7 book, goes to the reoccurring billing, with essentially the trials, goes to the high-end reoccurring, goes to some high-end products in the back end past that. And all you have to do is insert basically traffic at the start, which we even train you on that. And everything beyond that, we take care of automatically, and you get paid for basically doing nothing else. So what you have to do, unlike traditional systems you might have seen before that require you to sell, that's not the case here. You don't have to sell anything. All you do is give away software to get leads. Everything else happens automatically. So you just focus on getting basically traffic, and we'll give you complete training on how to do that. This is the easiest way you've ever seen to build a list, make money right away, and make money for months to come on autopilot. Because all you have to do is give away the software. So the most important question is, do you think you can give away free software that, again, everyone wants? How valuable is a complete proven business like this in the online business niche? The last time we sold a business like this, the buyer paid, again, as I said, $1 million. Here's the good news. You won't have to invest $1 million today to partner with us. You'll save a huge amount of money because you're going to partner with us instead of buying the business outright. So that's right, you'll be actually partnering with us. You'll be our reseller channel. If you add everything up, that you'll get is at least a total of $15,000 of value. But you're not going to have to invest $15,000, not even $10,000 or $5,000. You'll have to simply make a $997 deposit today. Wait, you're probably thinking, if this is a deposit, does that mean you can somehow get your deposit returned? Yes, so we're just asking for a deposit. Here's why it's just a deposit. When your funnel makes only 10 sales, we'll actually refund your entire deposit. That's on top of you getting paid on all that stuff. So it's not like you'll get paid and that will make up for your cost. Is you'll get paid the entire time, and after you make the 10 sales, we'll return your entire deposit. So here's how this works. After your funnel makes just basically 10 sales of any of the products in the funnel, except for your book, which you get 100% of, you get your deposit back on top of all the commissions already paid. So that means if, and that's like, even if someone signs up for, like, let's say a trial, which is, a free trial, if they sign up for, a trial and they stay for, just the first month, so they'd be like one sale. If you get only just basically 10 of those, we'll actually refund you your entire deposit, and that's on top of all the commissions that you're already paid on top of that too. Reason why we're basically doing this is because, again, yes, we technically would be actually losing money if someone got just the 10 sales in and stopped, especially considering that, the 10 sales include the free trials. We'd be losing money on that. But we know that realistically, if you make 10 sales, it means that you're a serious person that is, like, trying to get, essentially traffic and trying to do work. And we know that you won't just stop, at basically 10. You're likely to get a lot more, and then it's a win-win for everyone involved there. Whereas if you're going to do absolutely nothing, never do anything, never do any of the training, never get any traffic, it costs us a lot of money to, work with guys like that. So this is why we just basically refer to this as a deposit. So that's a win-win. So now you own the entire system for free after the 10 sales, and you can continue to make money, build your email list, and enjoy the internet lifestyle. There's no time limit on when you have to make those sales, so you can do this at your own pace, and we'll be standing by to return your deposit. That means, if you do it in the first week, great. If you do it in the first month, great. If you take a year or even 2 years, that's okay too. I'd encourage you to work a little faster than that, but that's perfectly okay. You're probably wondering why we basically agreed to do all this work, bear all this expense, and then give you back your entire deposit. It's because we want to give you a huge incentive to take action fast and make yourself and us a whole lot of money. That's why either way, you're getting paid on all those commissions and all those sales the entire time. But on top of that, we'll also give you an entire refund of your deposit after the 10 sales. That's how serious we are with this. So that's on top of you getting paid for all that stuff right there. Plus, we think of you as our retail partner. Normally, retailers are required to buy a minimum amount of inventory and pay for it whether they sell it or not. By making your refundable deposit today, you're making your commitment to do your best to get traffic so we both make sales and profits. When you follow through on your commitment, we'll gladly return your deposit and look forward to a long and very profitable relationship. Plus, we'll give you our amazing guarantee so you don't have anything to worry about. So you can actually try it out risk-free for 30 days. So if you're not happy with the system or your new best-selling co-author book, you get 100% of your investment back. But of course, you lose the rights to the commissions and all the sales, of course, as well. But that means you can actually try it risk-free for 30 days for any reason at all. So you can get your feet wet and all that. But on top of that, it's just a deposit either way. So even if you get the 10 sales 1 or 2 years from now, we'll refund your entire deposit, at that time, even if it's a year or 2 later. That's perfectly fine. But wait, there's still more. So as a special Kickstart bonus number 1, you'll get access to a free special bonus webinar training on how best to promote your funnels, which obviously a lot of you, that's like the only thing you have to do is to basically promote the funnels. So we basically talk about a variety of free and also very, very cheap ways to do just that. That is instantly available to you. So it's a training available to you as like a webinar replay that you can jump on right now and take advantage of. So if you want to watch that right now in a couple minutes, awesome. If you want to watch it like later this week or next week, that's fine as well, but really awesome. So you don't have any issues on being able to send traffic because all that is covered in multiple different ways, free and paid right there. Special bonus number 2, you'll get a free optional opt-in page templates that you can customize to your liking. So we have the free software funnels where we have the one where it creates like a registration for the funnel maker. We also have the one where you don't have to have an opt-in page, where it goes straight to the survey in kind of like a sneaky way. We optionally have opt-in page templates that you can use. So if you want to send them to your end first, and if you want to basically customize that to your liking, that's perfectly fine. And we have those available to you. Bonus number 3, you can become a best-selling co-author and get rights to your own book funnel. Plus, get a downloadable and a digital print version for basically printing physical copies as well. So your new bestseller will be this right here. And you saw like the first upsell is just that book right there. You'll have your own name on it with your own essentially copy with you as like a co-author with us right there. And on top of that, you also get a bonus separate funnel to give the book away for free if you want to do that as well. So you get an optional funnel for free that has the built-in upsells and all that as well. And you can see this is the #1 bestseller in internet marketing. It was achieved, as well as the #1 bestseller in marketing and sales, and a bunch of others as well. And not only did we hit the #1 in the US, but we also topped the bestseller list in the UK and Australia and Germany, France, and Canada, and even in Japan. And again, this is an awesome book here. Here's all the books that we do like this. They all have like really awesome reviews. Here's several 5-star reviews right here, including the first one right here is one that liked it so much, liked all the tips in it, that they were going to actually add several of the tips into what they actually taught a business class of theirs. So I thought that was quite neat right there. You can also put your short bio in the book, and you can promote yourself or your business and make a special offer to generate leads from all the book's readers. You'll get the master book files with your name on the cover as the author, so you can print books for just the printing cost. You can sell your books or give them away to generate leads. Your best-selling book will be the ultimate business card that you can give someone. You'll also get a PDF version of the book with your name on the cover that you can offer as a free download on your website, so you have an additional method to generate high-quality leads. As an international best-selling author, you'll have instant respect and have basically credibility with everyone in the business world as well. That's why I want to give you this very special gift to jumpstart not only your business with me, but any other business you have. but you have to act fast, as we are only having this for a very limited time right here, right now. The best-selling co-author spot alone is worth more than your total investment today. In fact, I've seen guys actually sell a co-author spot for basically $25,000 without even a guarantee, whereas it's instantly bestseller right now, and we can add your name instantly on it right now. And that's not even talking about the entire funnel that comes with the book as well. So that's on top of the free software funnels. You'll get a free book funnel as well, on top of copies of the book, all hands-free. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to have your own hosting or anything like that. You know, all the files, everything we handle for you. So super, super easy. And again, others have paid over basically $25,000 just to be a co-author elsewhere. But again, you can get your own software giveaway funnels and your best-selling co-author funnel today for only just a one-time deposit of only $997. And again, it's just a deposit, because once you make the 10 sales, you get your money completely refunded back, and that's on top of all the commissions you would have been earning anyway. But to take advantage of this, you have to go to that link you see right there, which is just bizfire.com/discount. Again, that's bizfire.com/discount. And again, we back it up with a 30-day money back guarantee either way. But on top of that, it's also just a deposit. So at any point in time, once you make the 10 sales, you'll instantly get your deposit back. And of course, the entire time, as I said, you'll already be paid on all the commissions. It's not like you're not paid until you make the 10 sales. Even if you just make, one sale in like a day, you'll be paid on that. But once you make the 10 sales on top of the commissions, you'll also get a complete refund of that as well. So really awesome deal. But again, make sure you go to bizfire.com/discount right now to take advantage of that and this really, really awesome special deal. Yeah, so again, really awesome deal. Can't go wrong with this, and it's probably the easiest way. I mean, it is the easiest way to jump into and just give something away for free, which is free software, and get basically paid on the back end. And if you're thinking, well, what about basically traffic and all that stuff? That's why we have the bonus training that actually gives you multiple free and also paid ways of sending traffic. So we give you multiple ways, and there's lots of free bonuses and stuff that we actually talk about. There's also templates that we give you. All that's included in the bonus call, which you can instantly access right now. The training alone is worth a lot. You have all that right there. You also get your, you can instantly be a best-selling co-author as well. We have a simple way where you enter your name and some details, and it can automatically be added into the book. And the upsell that has the book in it will have your name on the sales page itself immediately. I mean, that's all handled hands-free. And on top of that, you don't even have to have your own web host or anything. You can, again, we handle all that. So we host the pages, we do all that stuff, we host the downloads, all that right there. We also do all the marketing to those leads as well. So, we try to get the most money for you out of those leads. Now, of course, optionally, you can build your own list and you can market anything else you want to them as well. That's just an option right there. But you really get the best of both worlds right here. But to take advantage of that, you have to go to this link right now, bizfire.com/discount. And again, it's just a deposit of only $997 one time that you can get all that back. Because again, that's just so we don't waste, waste essentially time on people that would waste our time. Because again, it's a lot of work on our side. We don't want to waste any time on those. So, but if you do work, that's why it's just a deposit and you'll get all that back. So it really is a win-win deal. And guys, keep in mind, the free software and the book alone is worth far more than this. So if you just use the software yourself, it's worth this. If you use the software and again want to be a best-selling co-author alone, that's worth more than this right here. You get access to the entire system to resell all that stuff and just give out software and get paid, thousands of dollars per sale on the back end in some cases. Again, that's a lot of money. And again, all you have to do is focus on giving software away. So we take out all the hard stuff, all the complicated stuff, it's taken away. All you have to do again is give out free software. So again, we try to make it as easy as possible. Sean, I know you've been answering a lot of questions in the back end. If there's any common questions or unanswered ones, you can feel free to shout out those. But guys, again, I really encourage you to check out that link right now, because you will not see a deal like this anywhere else. This is a special, crazy deal. We actually thought of charging many times this, but we thought, hey, for you guys right here is a special deal for like a limited time. We'll have a very special price of only $997. And not only is there a 30-day refund guarantee on that, but at any point in time, once you get the 10 sales, we'll refund the entire deposit, even if it's a year or two later. I know that definitely wouldn't have to take that long. I mean, if somebody basically take action right now, I know there's probably some that can take action and within days can start driving traffic and making sales and stuff off that right here. So super easy stuff, and a great way to get started, and a great way to not have all the downsides of being a product owner, but also not have the downsides of just being an affiliate, to kind of have a win-win and the best of all worlds right here. But again, you have to go to bizfire.com/discount. And Sean, I know you've been answering questions and such, so what's a few that you've seen?
So some people are asking, do they need to host their own web pages? And Brian, there's a big echo.
Oh, don't know why that would be. Might be.
But not when you talk, but when I talk, at least I'm hearing a big echo, so I don't want to make people crazy.
Okay, I will just mute myself when you talk then. But to answer your question, no, you don't have to have a web host or anything like that. So all the pages, everything, we host all that. So you just get your special link, which goes to your funnels, whichever one you want. You even get, like, there's also some email swipes if you want to do that. If you have an existing list, there's also on the bonus webinar replay, which you can get access to instantly. We talk about multiple ways to get free traffic as well as paid, which you can start immediately. And all you do is just give out the free link. We even have basically training on, which of the methods are basically better for which of the funnels. Like, there's certain times that like one of the funnels would basically be better than like another one. Like the survey one, you can kind of do some sneaky stuff, which can get like a lot of traffic under the radar. Whereas the funnel maker, there's some other cases where that can work really well. So that's all covered in the training. But you absolutely don't have to have your own host. Now, if you have your own host and you have your own sites, great, that's fine. But you certainly wouldn't have to. Any other questions, Sean?
Are the 10 sales limited to high-end sales, any sales? What does it mean for 10 sales?
All right, so I explained that previously on the call, but essentially all we mean is that it's basically 10 sales in the funnel, and that includes the trials. But if it's a trial, it just has to be a trial that stays for like the first month. So it can even be if someone signs up for, let's say a $47 a month, then if they stay just 1 month, that counts as a sale right there. If they buy like $1,000 thing, that also counts as a sale. But if they buy like, a free trial and stay that first month and pay the $47, that again basically counts as just as the one sale right there. So it's not like you have to have 10 sales of $1,000 each. I mean, even the 10 sales of the free trial and they stick for at least the 1 month right there, that counts as a sale. So that becomes a lot more easy to get the 10 sales, being that we include the free trials in that way right there. Any other questions?
Sorry, I'm trying to read and answer at the same time, because people are ordering, and we appreciate everybody who's joined, and we're excited to have you guys join. Debbie, we'll get somebody to help you in just a minute. Hannah, I don't quite understand your question about say where would be hosted as well beside the link. How do you get free traffic is another question.
Well, there's lots of different ways, and that's why we have a bonus training that basically covers multiple traffic methods, ranging from free traffic um, to some paid traffic stuff. And the cool part is, especially on the free side, with free software, you can get away with a lot more stuff. There's a lot more stuff you can do if you basically give out software versus like if you have like a free report, it's very, very tricky to do a lot of the free traffic stuff that you can easily do on the free software side. So we basically talk about all that, on that call right there. So I highly suggest that you basically jump on that. And again, the training alone, again, is easily worth the entire investment right here, as is all the bonuses and all that. So this really is a crazy deal, with a lot of value worth many, many, many times your total deposit right here. And the reason why, again, it's just a deposit is because, again, we want you guys to succeed. We want guys that are serious about this, that are going to go through the training, going to take action, going to drive some traffic, because it really is a win-win for all sides involved. And that's why, again, it's just a simple deposit.
Okay, great. Somebody asked about, oh, this is an easy question, so let's answer this one first. Somebody asked, what's the limitation on the 30-day money-back guarantee?
The answer is none.
Okay, I knew that was like a trick question. I said that answer would be simple because there's not. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that simple. Somebody asked if an autoresponder is included. So let me answer that for a minute and give Brian a chance to breathe. So with an autoresponder, when you're giving away the software, you're going to send them to a page where they will opt in to get whichever piece of software you're promoting. So that's on our website. At that point, they'll go on our list, they'll go into our follow-up sequence, they'll go into our advertising or marketing sequences, everything else, because they got on our site. And they'll go through the funnel that Brian described to sell them stuff. As an option, it's completely optional. It's up to you. You don't have to start here. You can add this in later. You can do this from the beginning. You can put up your own opt-in pages if you want to promote them that says, hey, I'm giving away free software and anything else you want to give away. Come to my site and opt in here. Now, for people to opt in to your list, then you'll need a hosting account, a website with at least that page on it. It can be basically just that simple because how you'll be promoting it. And then you'll need some kind of an autoresponder service like Aweber or SendLane or GetResponse or whatever, that costs like $10 or $20 a month, where your leads would go into your email list so that you can manage it. You don't have to do that. You're certainly welcome to do that if you want to. Build your own list. That's completely optional, but we're not including the autoresponder as part of what we're doing or the autoresponder service because that's one of the businesses we don't actually have. Just so we're clear, but you can do that if you want, don't have to. Could start doing it as simple as possible, build up your business and then add in more complicated parts later. And if you're not experienced, I suggest you start with the easy part and complicate your life later instead of trying to complicate your life and taking a lot longer to get started. Graham says he's not clear how we make money. Well, some days I'm not either. I'm just kidding, Graham. No, I mean, in the beginning, obviously you're gonna come and promote, give away the software. People join. You've made your deposit. You make 10 sales. You get back your $997, right, in full. Plus, you get paid commissions on everything you referred. Our hope and our expectation when creating this program is that you won't stop promoting. You won't be like, hey, I did this, I got my money back, I quit, right? Because why would you? Because you got into this and started promoting to make a profit, to make money. So what we think is that the average person will continue to promote and give away the software and build their business where they're getting paid commissions, we're following up, making sales, and essentially the funds are getting split, where we each get half. So we're going to get a profit on the volume of people that are getting generated and the people that are doing that. So we will make a profit in the long run. In the short run, we're just taking the deposit so we can work with the serious people. We could, and we do have some lower paid affiliate commission things where somebody just gets paid for selling one product. But, for this program where we're going to make available front end, back end, all the products in the funnel, not where, if you go promote something on ClickBank where they're like, hey, and we'll pay you in our funnel. Well, their funnel is, a $27 product and a $67 product and a $97 product, and they're done paying you. I mean, that's it. they're in the back end selling $997 and $497 and $5,000 programs. They're keeping 100% of that. You're never going to see a dime. You're never going to know they sold it. They're just, okay. So in this case, you're in the whole marketing sequence with us, not just the day one offers, the initial offers, but all the follow-up stuff. We do a webinar, we sell some more stuff, you get paid. Brian comes up with another great software idea, and our crack team of programmers make that and build that, and we start selling that for a bunch of money. You get paid. Some of this software, like our Facebook ad management software, where people pay every month, and as they build their business, the fee goes up for the volume of ads they're managing. And when that fee goes up, you get paid, your share of the higher fee. And when they keep building that, and 5 years from now, they're still doing that, and they're paying thousands of dollars a month. You're making huge money a month for that one-time referral just to a free trial. All of that is built into this so that you'll go out and promote, and we can focus on this side of the business on our end. So I, of course, give really long answers sometimes, but that's the answer to that. All right. So somebody's asking, we're talking about the 10 sales. How much is the total amount of the 10 sales? So I'm going to really probably butcher your name, and I apologize, but it looks like Melandolazzi. So I apologize if I butchered that name, but the answer is it depends upon what your referrals buy. So Brian said they'll go through that initial funnel sequence where we offer the $7 books. You get 100% of that, and then after that, they'll get a free trial offer into a couple different programs. They could sign up for either one of those, and you don't get paid on the free trial because obviously we don't get paid on the free trial. It's free. But if they choose to stay in one of those programs where it's $47 a month or $67 a month or whatever, then you'll get paid on that, and that counts as a sale. It's not that you have to go sell 10 $997 programs or anything else. It's just, whatever sales you make, other than the $7 book where you're getting 100% anyway, of all the different products and services that they'll get a chance to see and that they'll get offered in the whole sequence. So we're not limiting that, other than since we're already giving you 100% of $7, obviously you get that. All right. Hey, Graham, and welcome. Glad you're in. Brian, you see any other questions to answer? And if anybody has any questions, put them in.
Yeah, I've been answering them as we went along right here. And yeah, so I think we've answered pretty much everyone so far. So someone asked here, if people don't respond to their links, do they get access to those people? Well, I mean, if you send basically traffic to a link and they don't opt in, I mean, that's, there's nothing you can really do at that point. I mean, there's some stuff in the training that we talk about that you can kind of do, but don't have to worry about that. But you don't really care about those as much. You care about the guys that basically opt in, they get into the funnel, they start to make money on day one and also on the back end and well into the future. And that's where all the focus is on right there. And in terms of, like, again, as Sean said, what is like the total amount of the 10 sales? Well, if they sign up for, like, let's say you get 10 trials into the $47 a month right there, that's one of the lower end ones. It can be, there's ones for free trials into 47 a month, into 67, into 97. I mean, all those right there. And it's really easy to get, again, the free trials because they're already signing up for free software. They see a relevant offer for a free trial that will help them. And that's why that works well. And yes, the money from the book, so you earn 100% of all that. We actually lose money on that right there. All right.
Hey, Olaf, hang on one second. Somebody's going to get that for you.
All right. And in terms of like what happens when you start, well, when you basically pay your deposit, you should receive an email probably within like a couple minutes or so. And then that will give you instructions to like a members area to log into, and it will just ask for like some info. just because like we have to know where to pay you and stuff. So we have to have that, info first. And then if you want your name, on the book, it will ask for what, name and stuff you want there. If you want a bio in it, it'll ask for that. Now, you can skip all that stuff and it can just use like the default one. That's all fine. But I mean, you can be up and running within like 10 minutes pretty easily. So yeah, no worries there. And then we also have full support and all that. So if ever there's like an issue, or if you're confused or you don't know where like some extra training is, that's all in the members area. But you can always write us, and you can just write support@firstratesupport.com, and they'll always get back to you within a day. Usually they get back within a matter of minutes, as long as like it's in like the daytime, and they're really good with that and making sure that your problems get solved. Sean and I are also always here to give extra advice and tips and stuff too, when need be as well. All right, and as far as like, there's a couple people asking like if they have to pay for traffic or if they should pay for ads. You don't have to. Like I highly suggest that once you get settled in, like once you basically give us your info to know where and how to pay you and all that, go to the bonus training, which talks about how to get the traffic and all that. I'll basically talk through the free and the paid ways. That will kind of see which ones of those you're most interested in. But I mean, like, you don't have to do the paid traffic. That's just an option. Now, I think it can be a good option for those that want to go that route, but you definitely don't have to. And then as far as like, how much traffic they need, it depends on the quality of traffic. It depends on the method that you go. Again, that's all covered in the bonus call right there. But again, you can be up and running pretty quickly if you want. You can get stuff going pretty quickly, if you want to. But if you want to take your time, if you're currently busy, I mean, there's no rush. So it's not like, the deposit, we have the guarantee that we'll, refund the entire deposit at any point once you make the 10 sales. So if you make it in a day, great. If you make it in months, great. If you make it in a year or two, that's fine too. So there's no major rush. I know some of you oftentimes might be like super busy for like a few weeks. That's perfectly fine. All right. All right. All right. All right. As far as what is the affiliate program being run, we actually have our own basically custom made one, which is really good at essentially tracking all that, just so we can make sure that any existing as well as future products you basically get paid on. Most affiliate programs out there tend to miss a ton of stuff. That's why we basically built a custom one from scratch to handle all that. All right. And yeah, so you get access to the two software funnels that I showed off on this call, the business funnel maker and the analyzer survey. You get access to both of those to give away for free. And yes, you certainly can use those yourself. There's a couple of you asking on that, of course. And you also get access as a bonus to the book funnel as well. As far as how much time you have to really put into this, it depends on what you do. Like for free traffic, sometimes there's stuff that might take you like a half hour to basically do, like a half hour a week or so. But I'd say like if you start out and say, hey, sometime in the next week or two, you put like a couple hours aside to go through the training and start some of the training, that'd be an awesome start right there. But it's not like you have to do like basically hours a day or even an hour a day or anything like that. So it's pretty hands-free in that all you do is focus on driving the traffic, and that's why we have the training. And as far as if you have to be a tech person, no, this is like super easy. I mean, this is why we have this. All you have to do is drive the traffic, which we even have the training on. You don't have to host anything. There's no code you have to do. I mean, literally, if you know your name and how you want to get paid, and you can enter that, that's about as tech savvy as you have to basically be. And if you don't know your name or how to or where you want us to basically pay you, um, then you have some larger problems. But again, pretty easy, very easy stuff there. So you don't have to be a tech guy at all. So that's fine. And yes, you certainly can use a pen name if you want. Oh, that's Jim asked here, is this a yearly fee that they pay? No, this is a one-time fee. So you pay a one-time deposit, which you can get back. So that's, yeah, there's no reoccurring fees for that. It's just a one-time deposit. Now, of course, some of the stuff that you sell in the funnel is a reoccurring that you get paid reoccurring on, but you don't have to pay that stuff. So this is just a one-time fee for you right here.
And it's refundable.
Right. And it's refundable. Yes. Awesome. All right. All right. As far as examples of getting traffic, I mean, that's all covered on the traffic training, but there's ways from like just like a few things basically covered. We have a handful of tips on basically paid traffic, like Facebook ads, and also to do it's called like a solo ad, like some of the cheaper mailings that we showed the examples of with like a $35 charge. That was done through like a solo ad that you buy like 1 or 200 clicks for like 30 some bucks. That's done through a solo ad right there. So we briefly cover that stuff. And then as far as the free ways, there's ways where you can find people on basically like there's like question and answer sites where they're asking questions related to business stuff, where you can basically say, answer their questions, say, hey, here's free software to help you with that stuff right there. That's a great way. There's also basically groups on Facebook. There's also, there's probably like a dozen other ways. And again, we basically cover that in the training. And we already went through what you basically typically make on each sale, but it's it ranges from most of the stuff. There's from like 40 a month that you'd get paid up to 1,000 or more per year. In some cases, there's even some where you get paid a couple grand or more a month. So it just depends upon what the person on the back end buys and stuff, but you get paid on all that stuff right there.
Hey, Brian. So Bill has a question.
Bill has a question.
Just mute yourself for 1 second.
Sure.
Okay, now we'll get rid of that echo. Okay, great. So Bill had a question which relates to, actually two questions. One is, what's the bar to get paid? Is it gross or is it net? And the answer is there's 10 sales. Obviously, if somebody refunds, it doesn't count as a sale. You hit 10, 30 days later, people haven't refunded, you're golden. Okay. Do we track your sales? Yes, they're tracked in our affiliate program. Do we pay attention and notice when you get 10 sales to refund you? Well, yes, our plan is to do that, but certainly if I was you, and you're keeping track and obviously checking your stats and seeing that you made 10 sales, I would definitely tell us, hey, guys, just make sure, I got my 10 sales, please, shoot back my $9.97 and we'll do that. So you can feel free to remind us, because honestly, if it was my money, I'd be reminding me too, to make sure that gets done. So hopefully that answers your question in terms of that. So for that, okay. And we're good. Dale, that's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. All right. Bill's good. Okay. I think we're getting everybody's questions answered. If you do have any other questions, this is actually pretty simple. I think that a lot of the questions are obviously kind of like, okay, like what's the catch? There is no catch. It's really straightforward. You notice like with the money back guarantee that we put in to make this really simple, there's no catch. There isn't, hey, you have to refer 100 million people like in the fine print, because there's no fine print. Okay. We want you to come out. We want you to try it. We want you to succeed. We want you to be long-term partners with us. We want everybody to make a lot of money. It's really, really that simple. for how we want to make this for you. Okay. Somebody's asking where do you go to see your stats? Once you join our program and you'll register in the affiliate program, you'll be able to see all the stats in there. You'll be able to see the clicks, the sales, the products you made, the exact commissions you've made, the recurring commissions we'll post in there, so you'll be able to see everything as to what's going on with not only the number of products you've sold, but the actual money that you've received. John, you can see the funnels as fast as you sign up, because you'll sign up, you'll get your links to promote the software. You can just go to sign up for the free software and go right through the funnels. Fastest way to see them. You don't even have to watch the training to do that. And if you're like most of us guys, you'll go do that first and then watch the training later. Right? And if there's any other questions, pop them in and we'll get you guys answered, get you started. Like Brian said, in just a few minutes, you can be up and running and ready to go. Somebody asked if they already have an email list, can they send out this offer to their list? Yes, of course you can, because you can promote however you'd like to promote. That's obviously ethical, legal, and moral, and be able to just give away the free software and let the rest of the marketing system go to work for you, so that we can earn commissions for you and get you paid. So Brian, I think we now have answers to everybody's questions based upon what I'm seeing. So I'll let you wrap this up.
Yep, I think we answered all the questions and stuff so far. If we missed any, or if anything pops up, you can feel free to always reach us at support@firstratesupport.com. And with that, again, make sure you go to the link you see right here, which is just bizfire.com/discount. We'll leave this up for just a little while longer right here. This really is an amazing deal, guys. Not only is there a 30-day money back guarantee for any reason, but on top of that, once you make the 10 sales, we'll send you your full deposit back, and that's again on top of all the commissions and everything that you'd be earning back anyway. So this really is a crazy awesome deal. Super easy to get started. The best way, where again you have all the benefits of having your own product, all the benefits of being an affiliate, all the benefits of licensing, without all the downsides of that right there. And you can just again focus on giving out free, very awesome software that a lot of people love and that they'll really want. And we also have the training on how to do all that included as well, and lots of additional bonuses. And again, you can be a best-selling co-author instantly, which again, that alone is worth more than the entire investment right here. So with that, any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. And again, once more, make sure you go to bizfire.com/discount. And with that, I want to thank you all who have joined up, and I hope you guys learned some really awesome stuff on why a lot of people fail and what a real business that basically does well looks like. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. And if not, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. So with that, you guys can take care, and we'll talk to you later.